What's up guys, my name is Kaska and welcome again to this tutorial. And today I've come up with this beautiful image, beautiful portrait of which I'll be showing you how to do high-end skin retouching using frequency separation, and the video or the tutorial will be a complete guide on how to do frequency separation, how to do dodge and burn, how to color grade, and how to add skin glow of our portrait. So let's be together guys, and if you have not yet subscribed, if you are newbie and you have not yet subscribed, please do so, because you'll be missing out some valuable content that I usually share in my YouTube channel. So please, if you're not yet, please do so, because you'll be able to receive any of my workouts. So now let's begin. Our image has been shot by photographer called Ronix Photograph, and has been shot by a camera called camera Canon 6D, and our image is it's perfect, meaning that there is no more need to adjust, that is to say exposure, highlights and shadow. So I think we should dive in on how to do high-end skin retouching. But before, we should need to change the profile color from Adobe color to landscape. That's the first thing we need to do, and I think we need to increase a little bit of exposure. Yeah, and blacks and shadows we reduce a little bit, and then after that we open our image. So guys, as I told you, don't forget to subscribe. So let's dive in now. Our image has been loaded successful, but before anything, there is this reflector here, so we want to crop it. So we simply select the cropping tool, then we come on this side, we select 4x5 8x10 size, of which this is the size of Instagram. Then we are going to crop our image the way we want. Okay, all right, I think that is a very good. So we will crop our image on that size. So our image is very awesome, but we need to make it very more awesome. We will start by frequency separation process, of which we are going to duplicate 2 layers here on the background layer. So we're going to duplicate 2 layers, of which one is for high frequency and another one is for low frequency. So high frequency is for textures of our image, and low frequency is for colors. So low frequency is going to solve all colors on our image, and the high frequency is going to solve the textures on our image. So and that's so we're going to by starting creating frequency separation layer, we are going to make it invisible, the high frequency layer. Then on low frequency we are going to apply Gaussian blur level. So this is the most important part, of which we need to consider when applying Gaussian blur. So we're going on filter, blur, then Gaussian blur. So at the early beginning, we are going to drag our radius of Gaussian blur to 0. So we're going to zoom our image and in the surface of the detail or textures, and now we're going to adjust the radius. We're going to push the radius to a point that we don't see details, or we see less details. So we're going to drag our radius, yeah, this is a perfect radius level. So to the point where you see no more details and textures, so is the perfect value of the Gaussian blur. So that's how we use to set perfect value of Gaussian blur. So after everything, now we hit OK, and we come back on high frequency layer, then we make it visible. After making visible, we're going to apply our image on high frequency layer. As I told you, high frequency layer is for textures. So now we're going to image, then apply image. At this point now, we need to consider these settings here. For example, on the layer side, we're going to merge. Then we're going to merge our high frequency. I can say our textures, we're going to merge them into low frequency. So we're going to merge our textures and details into low frequency. Channel remain RGB, and then blending option here we change it from multiply to add. Make sure scale is 2, offset is 0, and then you check the invert button. After that, you hit OK. Okay, after this process here, we are going to change the blending option of high frequency layer from normal to linear light. So that's how we do. But before anything, we should make sure we put the high frequency and the low frequency into one group. So hold the Control or Command in your keyboard, then press I can say you drag those layers into group, of which you're going to name that group frequency separation. So this is our group layer of frequency separation, and now we are going to another step of duplicating the high frequency and the low frequency. So we need to consider that we don't need to work on these primary layers. We need another layer of copy, so as we work on it, in case of anything maybe we have done wrong, so we simply delete the copy layers, and then we proceed with our workflow. So we're going to duplicate the low frequency layer and the high frequency layer. As you have been watching, there is something added here once we add another high frequency copy. You see, this is before. After adding high frequency copy layer, this is after. So meaning that the textures of our image has been extremely increased. So we need to resolve this thing. To resolve, we need to change the blending option of high frequency copy from linear light to normal, and then we right click the high frequency copy layer, then we create a clipping mask. to that point is that all our textures has been resolved. So we have already created the low frequency and the low frequency copy and the high frequency and the high frequency copy layer. Now we are free to dive in. So now we have to do color matching of our image, of which we are going to resolve the color of our image. As you can see, there are different colors on our image, so we want to use only one color. I can say we need to resemble only, let me use this simple language, we need to resolve our skin color into uniform. We don't need too many colors on our image. So that's how the meaning of skin color matching. So by doing that, we simply need to select the low frequency copy layer, and then we create a blank layer here, for which you're going to name that layer color matching. So in that case, we need to select the normal brush. Make sure opacity of the normal brush is 10. We keep the value of the opacity because we need seamless results. Okay, I think you understand me. So also change the blending option of the color matching from normal to color. All right, that's good. So we zoom our image a little bit, and then we're going to pick sample of our we need to pick sample of the skin with which is going to resolve all color imperfections. So we hold Alt on our keyboard, of which, as you can see there is this dropper icon that appeared, and then we left click to pick the sample. Once you left click, as you can see there, once you click, let's say you click on these lips, you see we've already picked this color here. As you can see, the foreground, the color is pink. I don't know, pink or what, this of the lips. Okay, now we're going to pick the skin color, of which is not too dark or too bright. Let me now see. Yeah, here this is too light, so we're going to pick this one, which is not too light or too dark. You can also pick this part here, but not this part or this shiny part here. You see it's white, so we don't need that. So we want to pick something which is not too dark. Even this part is perfect. Okay, after we pick now, we're going to now blend our color so as we fix all colors, too many colors, and we only need to remain with the uniform color on the skin. So this is how we're supposed to do. Zoom a little bit your image. Okay. You will do the color matching the entire skin, all over the skin. You're supposed to do it if you want a very wonderful results. So after that, we've already done the color matching. So on the next step, we're going to do some smoothing and the making skin more softer or soft. there's no any other means we can do softer than this. So we're going to duplicate another blank layer, of which we're going to name it smoothing. Yeah, like that. Now we're going to click the mixer brush tool. Make sure the settings are as follow, like here. First of all, you must make sure it's clean brush, and then if two brushes appear like this, uncheck the first brush, then leave the second brush. Make sure weight is 5, load is 25, mix is 50, flow is 50, and you don't forget to check this sample all layers. If not, you have to check that. And also don't forget to make it invisible, the high frequency layer. So now we can easily proceed with the smoothing. And now on high frequency separation smoothing, make sure you do smoothing or you do blending of the mixer brush separately. Don't mix highlights and shadows together. That is a very important rule of mixing or using mixer brush while smoothing frequency separation process. So it's very, very important to consider that. So we start, for example, here we do like that. That is highlights, and we do shadows alone. We don't mix the shadows and highlights because that will help us to avoid mixing of colors, mixing of details and textures. So to avoid that, do as I said. Okay. All right, we do as like that. Guys, if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Okay, you will make or you keep me motivated. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. That is very important. It shows love and the cooperation. So let's proceed, guys. Do it slowly. I remember to remind you, don't rush. If you want perfect results, don't rush. All right. Zoom a little bit our image. Okay, let's finalize, guys. Okay, let's see our results now. Okay, let's make it visible again. High frequency. Wow, that's amazing. This before and after. This was before, this was after. See, this was before, this was after. All right. Another thing now, we are going to remove a little bit of blemishes. We use clone stamp tool here, of which we are going to hold Alt. We're going to hold Alt on our keyboard, then we hold Alt in a place where it's clean, free from textures or free from blemish, and then we replace that part. Hold Alt, remove that blemishes. Hold Alt, remove blemish. Hold Alt, remove blemish. Hold Alt, remove blemish. Very fun. Hold Alt, remove blemish. Okay. Hold Alt, remove blemish. That's how we remove blemish, like that. Okay, another thing, I'm not satisfied with the smoothing, so I'm going to increase a little bit of smoothing. So by doing that, we select the low frequency copy. I select the lasso tool, make sure feather is 22 or 18. Yeah, 18 is, you can use 18 or 22, it's good. So the lasso tool, you're going to hold the left click, and then you're going to highlight the skin surface you want to apply the Gaussian blur, and then you're going to select filter, blur, Gaussian blur. So we are going to adjust the radius of the Gaussian blur. Alright, I need something like 11.1. Okay, we're going to this part now. Okay, we're going to set the Gaussian blur. This part now. Going to apply Gaussian blur like that. Okay, you apply Gaussian blur. Also on the nose we're going to apply, but 11 is too much high on the surface of the nose, so we're going to apply at least 7. Yeah, 7 is good. Okay, let's apply on this side. Okay, 7 is fine. Just like that, it's good. Yeah. So that's good. I can say that's very good. Alright. So let's see before and after. This is before, this is after. So it's good. Before, after. You see, the results are super awesome. Now we have to go on to another process of dodge and ban. Simple as that. So as dodge and ban, it will enable us to add depth on our portrait skin, so the result will be so much good once we have we apply the dodge and ban. So dodge and ban, it will give us more attractive. It will bring attractiveness of our image. So dodge and ban, we need to apply, or we need to create curves, of which curves are found on this adjustment layer here. So we're going to select, and then we're going to click on curves. Where are the curves? These are curves here. After we create, now we need to duplicate another curve, of which one will be for dodge, and another one it will be for ban. So dodge and ban, then we are going to make them into one group, of which this will be for dodge and ban. So as I told you, dodge and ban will add depth on our image. So by saying that dodge is for, or we are going to work on highlights, and ban we're going to work on shadows. So that's a very important thing to remember or to keep in mind. So dodge, we're going to change the blending option of it from normal to screen. Where the screen is this one. You see, a lot of light has been applied on our image, so we need to select the layer mask to twice. Once you select twice, we're going to invert. And then for burn, as I told you, it works on shadows. So we're going to select the burn curve layer, and then we're going to change the blending option of it from normal to multiply. And then we're going to select twice the layer mask, and then we're going to invert. So that's how we create dodge and burn curve layers. And the point to remember is we need to apply black and white color, of which it will enable us to see where are the highlights, where are the shadows. Okay, to my side, I can see the highlights, I can see the shadows, but there is simplest way we can apply black and white color and see the shadows and highlights very, very perfectly. So by saying that, now we need to apply black and white color. So we're going to close our dodge and burn group, and then we're going to adjustment layer, then we select the solid color, and now we're going to pick this side of black and white, and we make sure the B value here we put it 50, and then we hit OK. After that, we change the blending option of it, of the solid white color, from normal to linear light. Oh, sorry, from normal to color, not linear light, guys. Okay, this is now a perfect black and white color, of which it shows. As you can see, there is highlights. This is highlight. This is shadows. Let me point out everyone can hear. This is shadows. This is highlights. This is shadows. Okay, highlights. You see, shadows. See, highlights. See, highlights. A little bit of shadows here. Highlights. So you see, everything has been pointed separately and smartly. So if you're not using this black and white color, please, I recommend to do that. I know you are pros, some of you are pros, but just apply black and white color, you'll enjoy your editing. So now we start on dodge and burn. Now we select dodge, and then we select normal brush, of which now we're going to change the opacity around 1%. Someone will ask me why you're using smallest opacity level of 1. The reason is that we need to have seamless result. We need seamless results. We don't need too much harsh results. We don't need that. So that's the reason we use 1% here. So now we can start doing dodge. As I told you, it's for highlights, so we're going to add depth on highlights here. Okay, that's very nice. That's very good, very good, very good. Yeah. Or I can say highlights are also called whites. All whites places are the highlights, and all blacks are the shadows. Okay. Okay, that's for dodge. Now let's go for ban now. So all dark places are the shadows. So this is how we add. Okay, there's this blacks here. Okay. That's good. That's very good. Now we have already dodge and ban. Now we need to delete this black and white color. We don't need that. Wow, it's amazing. See before and after. This is before, this is after. You see our image doesn't look like a plastic. that is to say we have already added depth on our image. So much awesome. So after done with dodge and ban, now we will look, or we will do some color grading. That's so we're going to select we're going first of all to merge our layers, all layers, by pressing Ctrl Shift Alt E. If you're using Mac, you have to press Command Shift Option E. That's how you need to do. After that, you're going to right click, and then we convert our layer into smart object. Then we come to filter, then camera raw filter. This is a place where we're going to color grade our image, and that's so we're going to a little bit increase a little bit of exposure, a little bit, and then a little bit of highlights here, and shadows as well. We'll reduce shadows, and then we increase blacks. Yeah. After that, we're going to add some dehaze. Okay, 2 is fine. Vibrance, saturation, I don't need them. Come to HCL adjustment, and then we're going to add some saturation of reds here, and some little bit of orange. All right, then come to add blues. All right, that's good. Come to split toning, then add saturation of 2, then come to color calibration, add blue primary saturation here. All right, that's good. Let's see before and after. This was before, this is after, this is before, this is after. Though you can do more than this, you can do more than this. There is no limitation. There is no limitation, guys. I don't limit you, so you can do more than this. And then if you want to save all of your settings here, you come on this right bottom corner, select it, and then you save the settings. After save, we're going to save, then you're going to name your settings any name you want. Mine, I'll save Casca. Yeah, sorry. Casca, I'll name it 2 because there is only one Casca here. So save, and then after that we're going to commit changes by hit OK. That's how we calculate it, though you can do more than this. All right, after color grading our image, now we are going to do another thing on which we're going to add glowing of the skin. Glowing of the skin is more important. It's also add enhancement of our portrait beauty. So it's very important, guys, to add depth on your workflow. It's really pretty cool. So on adding shine, we need to add some solid white color, of which select the adjustment layer, and then we select the solid color, of which you're going to point out all the way to the white color. Then we hit OK. We need a white color, solid white color. So we're going to make it into a group. Then we're going to name that group shine. We're going to name that group shine. So we're going to duplicate as many layers. We're going to make it invisible. Then we're going to duplicate as many layers we want. All right, after that we select the first layer of which you haven't yet make it invisible. Then we right click, and then we select the blending option. After that, on the underlying layer here, we need to push the slider from left to right, whereas we find the shine. This is the shine we're talking about. So we're going to hold Alt to separate the slider so as we get seamless result, just like that. So these are the shine we need. So we hit OK, we double tap the layer mask, then we invert. After that we pick our normal brush, make sure opacity is 100. Then we start on this side as I show you. So that is the shine which we need to add, but it's too harsh. So we're going to reduce the opacity so as to make it seamless as usual. Alright, 55 is very fine. See, this is before, this is after. This is what we're talking about. Let's reduce a little bit. Yeah, that's very good. Now we come to another solid white color. We make it visible. We right click and then select the blending option. Again, on the underlying layer, we drag the underlying layer so as we find the shining, for example here and here. So hold Alt to separate the slider, yeah, then hit OK. Select the layer mask twice, then invert. Pick a brush, make sure pass is 100, flow is 100, then apply the smooth. Alright, so there is a little bit of opacity here. 75 is good. Let's go to another thing. I believe now you are capable of adding shine. It's very simple, very simple, very. You drag underlying layer here. Let's add shine on this. If it's too harsh, you reduce opacity like that. So come to another solid white color, make it visible, then right click and select the blending option. On this side now, we're going to add shine. Hold Alt and then move the slider to the end there. Select the layer mask twice, then invert. Alright, just like that, just like that, just like that. And then reduce a little bit of opacity here. Okay, that's good. Okay, we go another here. Let's duplicate a little more. After that, we go on another stage. Let's add a little bit of shine on cheek here. Hold Alt, then drag the slider to the end. Select the marks twice, then invert. Okay. Okay, it's too harsh. Reduce it a bit. That's good. Okay, let's add a little bit of shining. Select the blending option. Guys, if you have any question, please don't worry to ask. Okay, this shine here, a lot of shining, a lot. So select the layer mask twice, then invert. Okay, that's good. There's a little bit of opacity there. I think is very fine now. I can proceed with other things. I think the shining are enough now for me. Alright, so you can do more than this. So let's see before and after. This is before, this is after. That's how we add shining on our image. Okay, after adding shine, another thing. Okay, what's have been remained here? Yeah, that is the one thing remained. I can say two things. We remain with the sharpening of our image here, and also, as you can see, the eyes are reddish, so we are going to clean them so as to be more beautiful. Yeah, so we're going to clean our eyes first of all, then finally we're going to sharpen our image. Cleaning eyes is very simple, guys. Select the blank layer here, then change the opacity of it from normal to color. Pick your brush, make sure opacity is 100, before is 100, and then zoom a little bit, but make sure before anything the foreground is white color, because we want our eyes to be white, so we don't want our eyes to be red or pink like this. So make sure foreground is white in color, then zoom the image, or zoom the surface of the eye, then clean the eyes just like that. It's very simple, very, very simple. Okay, come to this another eye here. See, it's very simple, guys, but it's too whitish, so we're going to reduce opacity. Yeah, like that. 50 is very fine. See, this is before, this is after. It's good, very, very good, very, very good. So finally we are going to sharpen our image. So we need to we're going to merge our image by pressing Ctrl Shift Alt E, and then we left click our image, then we convert into smart object. After that we come to filter, then sharpen, then unsharp mask. So reduce the amount of sharpen into 1, then apply the amount of sharpening you want. Okay, we don't want too much sharpening, so 30 is very good. Then we hit OK, and finally we are going to save our image in a way that it won't change color. So we simply come and select File, then Export, then Export as. So there is different forms of which when you save, for example, when you save as your image, save as JPEG, automatically the image will change colors. So this is our form of which when we save, our image will remain, our image color won't change or shift in any way, it will remain the same. So make sure the format is JPEG, and the quality, if it depends on you as editor, but my preference, I like my result to be 100%. Width, height and scale remain the same. For example, here, this is the most beautiful part of which I love. I want my image result to be sharp, so I set the bicubic sharper. Width and height remain the same. The metadata here, this is a part of which your information will be displayed on the image. So if you're using let's say Canon, what their ISO you use, is the shutter speed, or what will be displayed there. So I usually put none. And then on the color space, I tick convert to RGBs and embed color profile. Then finally I export my image just like that. It's very simple, guys, and your image will remain good and sharp, and it won't change color. So that's the first method of which you can use to save your image without changing color. Another method, let me show you. If your Adobe version doesn't have exporters, you can use save for web. So this is another method of which you can use to save your image without changing of colors. So our image has been loaded successful, but there is different settings here, but make sure you make as follow. First of all, here on GIF, you make it on JPEG. Make it on JPEG. Wait our image to load. As you can see here down, it's loading. After that, the quality depends on you. Mine, I prefer 100% quality. Then check optimized and embed color profile. You have to check them, and also you have to check convert to RGBs. Also on the preview here, you have to change it. If it's let us wait a bit as it's saving, so as I can show you on the preview here. Okay, on the preview here, there is monitor color, Legacy, Macintosh, there is internet. As we use our image on internet services or posting on the social media, so we're going to use this internet standard. So width and height will it's remain like it is, and the quality here, as I told you, I like sharpest results, so I select the bicubic sharp. Finally, after everything here, we're going to save our image. Select the location you want your image to appear, then save. Because I've already saved, I don't need to save my image again. So that's how it is. That's how that's another method of saving our workflow without changing of color. So guys, that's marked the end of our tutorial. Let's see where we have done through, of which this is before, this is after. It's very beautiful. It's very beautiful. This is before, this is after. So guys, let's meet on another time. Please, if you have not yet subscribed, guys, or if you find this tutorial helpful to you, please like the video, subscribe, and share, guys. Don't just have it by yourself. So enable your fellows, your friends, to know this simplest techniques of retouch. So I wish you the best, guys. May the God bless you. So let's meet on another tutorial. Ciao.